What's going on, you guys? This is Aaron from Departures Capital, and welcome to the video. In this video, we had the pleasure of interviewing Russell Starr, who's the CEO of Trillium Gold. Trillium Gold is an exploration stage gold mining stock in the prolific high-grade gold mining area of Red Lake, Ontario. We have some really awesome updates on the company, their recent drill program, and all about Trillium. So we'll let Russell take over. I'm excited to bring you guys this update as we continue to cover their story. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and last but not least, if you do support me, the channel, and all the videos, then I kindly ask for you to do two quick things, and that first thing is to explode that like button. Helps these videos so very much, along with if you are a new viewer to the channel, haven't had a chance to subscribe yet, but you appreciate constant steady updates on the markets and new and exciting videos and companies just like this one, then of course don't forget to cash that subscribe button and ring the market bell for notifications. And let's get straight into this awesome interview. What's going on, guys? This is Aaron with Departures Capital. We're here with Russell Starr, CEO of Trillium Gold. How are you doing today, Russell?
Doing really well, Aaron. How about you?
Doing great. Excited to have you back. The price of gold's moving up like crazy today. It's been a little while since you've been on the channel, so let's get some updates on Trillium.
Yeah, sure. Look, despite the fact that the gold price is rallying really hard right now, it still strikes me as a little bit weird that the vast majority of the investor group and investor sentiment hasn't even figured out that typically in these beginning of bull markets, you get the large caps moving, you get the mid caps afterwards, but the juniors are often the last ones to move, but they move the hardest. So you add on a layer of complexity where you're now seeing the majors with their quarterlies just spitting out money. Like, these are some of the best quarters they're ever going to have, but one of the key problems that they all currently have is that they lack future cash flow and future gold flow. And so you're looking at a situation where I think personally the investors who like the gold space should be really trying to cherry pick some of us juniors. And obviously I'm biased, but I would suggest that Trillium at a $40 million market cap.
No, definitely. All the land you guys have, especially where you have it in Red Lake. So, the elections just passed. Obviously, as of now, we don't have a result. But it seems like stocks are ready to move up again. So why should investors be looking at Trillium specifically as, the go-to junior versus other ones?
Yeah, sure. Well, I commented on the fact that Trillium, if you were looking apples to apples in 2013, the Newman Todd asset alone would be worth $200 million, and we own 83.5% of the actual JV now. So apples to apples comparison just on Newman Todd, you're looking at $167 million market cap, and we're trading at it's about 50, but we've got 12 or 13 in the bank in cash.
Yeah.
Another reason why is outside of the historical drilling, which hit high grade, meaningful gold at intersections everywhere. Our last drill hole that didn't even move the needle in the market was 7 and a bit meters of 15 plus grams per ton, which in the gold world, anything over 100 gram per ton meter is an exceptional hole. It gets the eyes of majors, and those are where you build mines from. That was in a brand new structure in the Newman Todd area, and the best comment I got from anyone was one of our geos on site who spent his entire career with Goldcorp. He said, look, the gang's all here, man. We now have all of the necessary mineralization to build a mine. We just got to keep on drilling more of it. And by that he meant, in Red Lake, you often get really, really high-grade veins that you mine. This was actually in a magnetite structure. It's a brand new structure, and it's what you normally see in the Red Lake area, and people didn't think it was occurring as far west as we are, and we've now proven that up. So that's one reason. The other reason is we have this property called Gold Center, and I was just doing a little bit of really interesting work on it. Gold Center is very analogous to a company called Gold Eagle that sold for $1.5 billion to Goldcorp in 2008. The difference is that Gold Eagle had actually drilled out some drill holes contiguous to the Koshner and Red Lake mine. We don't have any drill holes, so we're not going to be selling for $1.5 billion. But you got to think the fact that you have a property right beside one of the largest mines in the world, one of the highest grade mines in the world, where literally the property boundary is only 350 meters away from where they're actually mining gold, has got to be worth something. And no one is even paying any attention to that. And then you add in some of our other acquisitions where, actually, I'll use an analogy. There are properties trading at our current market cap that are close to the Dixie discovery without a drill hole in their property. We have the Leo property, which is 20,000 hectares sitting 15 kilometers away from Dixie. And then we just picked up Copper Lode, Moose Creek, and Caribou Creek privately, which are also close to, and part of it's on the same structure as Dixie. We're not getting any value for that. So it's just one of these, the sum of the parts doesn't even come close to explaining what the inherent value in all of our projects is.
No, definitely. So what do you think is going to be, the next catalyst to maybe attract some more interest or show that value, do you think?
Well, doing this with you and other people is clearly going to help. But we press released last week, we're going to be drilling 25 to 35,000 meters across our projects, but the majority of that will be in the Newman Todd project, which is Rivard and Newman Todd, and then of course Gold Center. So, there aren't very many $40 million market cap companies with the structure we have, which is very, very tight, drilling 25 to 35,000 meters. And quite frankly, with what I'm seeing in the gold space right now, if this continues on, we could actually ramp that up to 50 or 60,000 meters. It's just, you always want to be conscious of your cash and make sure you manage it appropriately. But it's going to be drill results nonstop. We've got a drill rig turning right now. We're probably going to bring another rig in come January once we get our permit for Rivard. And then of course we are an aggressive management team looking to acquire other underloved, undervalued properties that quite frankly exist everywhere in the Red Lake area, and quite frankly in the junior space everywhere. And we had commented on that. Like, a lot of companies have blown their share structure out. They really struggle to raise money. And when they do, it's only enough to keep the lights on and drill a couple of holes versus us, where we can actually spend the majority of our money in the ground.
That's great. And I really think that's where value is created, is at the drill bit.
Yep, I agree.
That's what investors want to see. So, as we move into 2021, where do what factors do you see moving gold the most or having the most influence on gold over the next, let's say, 12 months?
Look, we were talking about this before we even started the interview. You cannot print the kind of money that you're seeing printed in the US without experiencing inflation eventually and debasing your currency. The US has managed to kind of escape the major meltdown scenario, largely because they're the sovereign currency for the world. Most commodities are actually settled in US dollars. But a lot of people aren't paying attention just because our media doesn't even want to cover it. It's that whole social dilemma aspect of investing. The Chinese have created the petro yuan, where you can actually settle oil in yuan or in gold. And it's funny, I had a guy, I can't remember who it was a couple of weeks ago, who said, if gold's worthless, then why are the Chinese and the Russians buying all of it? The reality is it's not worthless, and probably in the near term, you're going to see them starting to sell their US treasuries, which is it's ironic the way you look at it, but a weaker US dollar is actually good for the US economy because it makes their products more competitive. So there will be a time where the US recovers, but in the meantime, you're looking at the debasement of the US dollar in meaningful terms in the near term. If Biden wins, it's going to be even worse because he'll spend more and borrow more. And if Trump wins, it's still going to be exceptionally good for gold because he's going to be borrowing more and spending more, just not the same amount as the Democrats.
Yeah, I agree. Either way, though, it's looking really good for gold. So, what's one thing that you're most excited about for Trillium Gold in the next, let's say, 12 months?
Wow. Look, drilling more high grade in Newman Todd is going to be exceptional. But what we're learning now on the project, which kind of gives me the shivers just even talking about it, I say that seriously, actually, because it could be quite exceptional. So the Rivard property, which we acquired 4 months ago, has all these high-grade veins that crest its surface. You can literally walk all over the project and just look down. And if you got a magnifying glass, sometimes you just see the VG, but often you need a magnifying glass. But it's everywhere. There's gold everywhere. Those high-grade veins intersect the Newman Todd project. We're a month away from getting a permit, but if you can imagine, I don't even know if I use this analogy on your show, but it's literally the equivalent of like the world's fastest man, Usain Bolt, marrying the world's hottest woman, call it Heidi Klum or one of the top supermodels out there right now. And what's their baby going to look like? And that's what I can't wait to see, where Newman Todd and Rivard intersect. That's a month away. And then of course, the anxiety and the tension of literally having the chance to drill out one of the world's most exceptional high-grade mines, and prove up the continuation of that mine onto our property at Gold Center will be amazing. And really, really near term, quite frankly, we're about to get some information on Leo, which is the property that's only 15 kilometers away from Dixie. And if we see any really intriguing opportunities from MAG or the AI program that's being run, having the ability to maybe find another Dixie would be exceptional as well. So it's Christmas, right? There's a bunch of presents I'm waiting for.
Lots in the pipeline. We'll be making, plenty more videos with you guys, and I look forward to more updates. Where can investors find more information about the company?
Yeah, so our website, trilliumgold.com is a great place to start. Obviously your show and some of the other news, but I think just going straight to the website, or even, it's weird. A lot of CEOs don't offer this up, but if people want to just give me a call, I'm happy to talk to pretty much anyone. My cell phone's on the website. So.
Awesome, Russell. Well, thanks so much. We look forward to having you back with some more updates and awesome results as your drill program and everything else unfolds.
You bet. Thanks a lot, Aaron.
Thanks.
Have a good one.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. That wraps the interview up. We're out of here. Drop some comments below. Let us know what you think. Always remember, guys, Departures Capital is for information, education, and entertainment purposes only. Don't buy or sell a stock because you heard it on here. Buy or sell a stock because you've done your research, you've done your thorough due diligence, and you're making your own personal investment decisions for yourself. This video is not financial advice. I also wanted to say that this video was, of course, sponsored by Trillium Gold, and all of the details are in the description down below. So thank you so much, guys, and have a great day.